Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 8th of April, the weekly expiry. Overall, the expiry itself was not one of the more difficult expiries. The options pricing right at the beginning said that there wouldn't be too much of volatility, and that is more or less what played out, except for a few freak moves here and there. That being said, it was not a great trading day for me, but that was purely due to process faults and mistakes that I made, more or less. And net for the day is slightly under 3.5% is more or less what the damage amounts to. And what I put this down to is one, I did not scale in the right way. Like previously, I would trade with 500 lots of strangles, and now I've scaled it up to 800. And I'm using two accounts at the same time, which is very tedious and very difficult to manage in case you need to switch in and switch out really quickly. So that is something that I'm going to stop from tomorrow. The idea is I'm going to liquidate one entire account and then transfer to the other. This had to be done for operational reasons, because of which in the meantime I was using both accounts, but going forward we'll use just one account. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it was at different points my risk reward was very skewed, and having known that I had multiple stop losses hit, because my stop losses when executed are executing 800 lots of Nifty, and that is causing tremendous slippage to me. So I myself am the reason wherein I'm getting 8, 10, 12 points of slippage. And then by the time I re-enter, I'm losing even more because I'm not able to re-enter at the right pricing. So all that being the case, I think today was one of the days where you can look at my trade and also my trade book, which is on Telegram, and see how not to trade the expiry. And I hope you had a better expiry than me. And all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening.
Want to meet like-minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Time is 9:30, and we have gapped up above a very strong resistance of 14,870, and we are now heading higher for the day. So I'm more or less holding above 14,900. And in this situation, the position that I've entered is the 14,800, 15,000 short strangle, and I've paid about 5 points for the hedges. So overall net credit is something like 20 points in this, and the reason for that is 15,000 should hold almost as an upper ceiling. The updated OI is not visible as of yet, but the plan is if we start breaking above 14,960, then we'll be moving our puts higher to 14,850. And until then, unless we have a move below what was the gap up resistance of 14,870 or above 14,960, another 30 points from here, we wouldn't want to make any changes. And in general, I don't want to make any changes to the strangle unless the strangle value is exceeding 30. So the premiums are quite low, like very much on the low side for an expiry. In the last few expiries, we've seen very high premiums, but 200 point strangle at open was giving us only about 27, 28 points. So that being the case, I've entered the position here and here, and for now we'll not be doing any adjustments. Bank Nifty is holding firmly above 33,000, which will create some sort of pressure, but not too much. So the range of Bank Nifty for now should be between 33,000 and 33,500. That's what is visible. Reliance is looking quite weak. Crude is down, so Reliance is just holding barely above 2,000. Not much happening on Reliance. IT, some amount of strength at gap up, mostly due to the fact that the dollar has appreciated against the rupee. The rupee has depreciated. So for now, so far, doesn't seem to be any momentum anywhere. Reliance potentially looking at a breakdown below 2,000, but too early to see if there's any move there. We'll keep you posted. The time is 9:30, and the idea will be to basically try to capitalize on the fact that the gap up gave us very good premium on the 15,000 call, and we'll keep you posted. Okay, the data is not overly clear yet, but one thing that's evident is massive call unwinding at 14,800 and massive put writing at 14,900, and also premiums are very, very low, which means people are writing this for hardly 30 points. And to adjust for that, we have taken in additional put side credit and moved up our puts to 14,850. So we basically have a 150 point equidistant short strangle at this point. And the thing is, premiums are very, very low. That can work in two ways. One way of it working is that, okay, it means that market is not expecting any move at all. The other way of it working is, since it's not, a move is not priced in, any move can really expand the premiums very fast. That being the case, it's just half an hour into market open, and so far market has stuck to the hypothesis of not wanting to move much. Bank Nifty now sort of making a move to 33,000, and but at the same time IT is really rocketing. That's providing big balance. Reliance also is quite weak. I mean, it's still stuck to 2000, but structurally it is a little weak. Okay, the time is almost 10:30. It's been the most benign sort of market, and that's what options pricing are also suggesting. So we take a look at the open interest. Basically, still not too much visible on the multi-strike, but 15,000 continues to look like a ceiling more or less, and 14,700 on the downside. But that being said, people are now, for very, very cheap prices, writing 14,900, 14,950, and even 15,000 put. Very low pricing, not much extrinsic value to them at all, but it's being written. And so the most likely expiry would be between 14,900 to 15,000. I'm expecting 15,000 ceiling to more or less hold. And yeah, not expecting much moves during the day at all. Maybe a 100-point range sort of expiry. That's what the options prices are suggesting. And yeah, we continue to hold the same position, which now this triangle itself has about 30 points in it, and spending 5 points for the hedge, so 25 points of credit. We don't want to go closer either from the put side or the call side, and we don't want to straddle because the expiry spot itself might be 14,900 or 14,950. That's what conviction would be towards in terms of the expiry spot. So with so much time left in the day to go, we'll keep this sort of spacing. If we're seeing this up move above 14,950, this call is not particularly expanding. This put is deflating, so that's good. Idea we will wait for 3 candles to hold above 14,950 right now. This is the first, so we'll wait for that to hold, and then we'll consider if we should take in additional put side credit from 14,900. Moving to 14,900 is not the problem. Moving at bad pricing will be the problem. If you can enter 14,900 something like 23, 24, that would be a much better point to enter. So we'll wait and see what happens. The call not expanding basically tells you that the 15,000 shots are not being covered, and they're not getting covered with the frequency that you would think they would if the spot is only 50 points away. So yeah, we're going to wait. We're going to try and get better pricing on the 14,900 put and probably move into that strike. Okay, so more or less holding this 5 points below 14,950. And since we didn't make a big up move, these 14,900 puts expanded a little bit. So entered the 14,900 puts after exiting the 14,850. The idea being very straightforward, that the pricing is showing a very low volatility day. So for now, we will also buy into the idea of low volatility and have a 100-point strangle. We start testing 14,920 and below, and we'll be moving down the calls as well. And what we'll do is, if we start expanding to over 36, so our stop loss right now on this is 36, 37, 38 in that range, then we'll anyway get stopped out in case there's such a big move, which won't be much. It'll be like a 8-point damage or so in case something like that were to happen. Okay, the time is 11 o'clock, more or less holding the same position. Just taking a look at what is happening. So right now, 15,000, 14,900, right? I mean, it's been evidence in morning, but 15,000, 14,900, very strong range and very low premiums, and continues to see build up at very low premiums. So people are willing to sell this range for about 36, 37 points, which just goes to show you that yeah, there's not much expectation of movement. We're sitting on currently this 100-point triangle, which has 37, 38 points in it. And it has been a very, very sideways day. I don't know, might just be one of those expiries where absolutely nothing happens. So of course, too early to call. But for now, yeah, I don't see upside beyond 15,000, and neither does the market, which is why even though we're trading 7-8 points above, just like what 40 to 43 points away from 15,000, that call refuses to go up. So yeah, we're going to see that getting defended. Yeah, IT is strong, but it's not going to be enough. Big green candle in Reliance, but don't see too much upside beyond 2000. 2020 is the best case for Reliance movement today. Bank Nifty has been so sideways, 30,000, 33,200 to 300. So very, very tight range. Okay, so for a little risk management, and because we're not seeing any strength in Reliance, Bank Nifty, and IT also now has given up the strength and more or less starting to consolidate. So now for a little risk management, have moved in terms of our overall position about 1/4 of our calls to 14,950, and the idea will be is we continue to see a down move, head towards 14,900. We'll move another 1/4, so bring half our position to 14,950 call short. Not yet, but at some point, because there's a good amount of premium, 25 points in the put side, but only 14 points on the call side. So this is more from a risk management perspective, have brought down 1/4 the calls to 14,950. So for now, we're going to leave this as it is. The next point will make any changes if this expands to 27-ish. Okay, 1148. Basically, we saw more or less 50-point dip, but taking support at 14,900 because Bank Nifty had to come back to 33,000. Reliance still holding about 2,000, so nothing happening from Reliance side, and IT more or less sideways now. Now the question is, does Bank Nifty have more downside below 33,000? In which case we break 14,900. For now, my analogy is no, it doesn't. So what will happen here? We have a 50-point triangle where our put side potentially at risk in the side of the directional movement now, but we will not do anything until 14,900 is tested on the spot. 14,900 gets tested on the spot. This will expand to something like 3940. We'll exit this and re-enter by selling the 14,850 put, which will be at that point something like 2324. So there will be a loss of 2 points in the process, but 2 points is the value that I'm putting on the view that 14,900 should hold as some kind of a support. In fact, we're seeing some strength in Reliance to manage the weakness in Bank Nifty. But anyway, all that being said and done, for now, we will wait for 14,900 to be tested before we roll away half our puts. In case we break below 14,900, then we'll move away all our puts. Also, yeah, roll down the calls to 14,950 and did it at a point where we're still able to get a good, decent average sell on it. Okay, so we are now holding very close to 14,900 and banks look weak, so we might not hit back up. So for risk management, we'll be moving 1/4 of our position, our calls, to the 14,900 call. What we will do here is, if we're not expecting too much upside, expiry spot we're expecting is 14,900 or 14,950, one of the two. So by moving down 1/4 of our position to 14,900 short straddle, that still gives us a good 70 plus points. Okay, so move down the calls to 14,900 from 14,950. If the idea is that Bank Nifty expires at 33,000, then we'll not be making a big move above 14,950 anyway, because the reason we were high up there was because there was strength in banks to begin. So right now, Reliance is not going to do anything today. IT is more or less flat after the initial up move, and the only potential move can come from Bank Nifty. But I'm not seeing some big move. I mean, the two likely expiry spots are 14,900 and 14,950. I'm not seeing upside on Bank Nifty, so ergo the best trade to have would be the 14,900 short straddle, which is what I have now, and it has 70 points in it. Even if there is an upside move, that still gives us 20 points, because I'm not seeing much of an upside above 14,950. But that being the case, in case there is a big up move, then we'll have to slowly start moving these calls to 14950 as well. So we'll wait for some clear suggestion that 14950 will be taken out on the upside before doing anything. Where would we get that? Big move on Bank Nifty again, maybe 100, 150 points from where it is now, or IT making a continued up move. So one of those two situations. Regardless, for now, this position is fine as it is, and it has 70 points of premium with about 3 hours to go, which is still pretty good risk reward. Okay, so when I say I'm not seeing a big move above 14950, there's a few reasons as to why, but I'll just go over something. So this call is 25 points in the money. So our straddle is 25 points in the money. This call is trading at 43, which means it has an extrinsic value of 17, which means not a lot of risk is being associated with this call in its pricing. Whereas the put is trading at 28, which tells you that there is, and this is out of the money by 20 plus points. So there is more fear associated with the put side, but not necessarily enough. People are not scared of a downside, but they're definitely not pricing in an upside. The other aspect of it is if you see open interest, right? Bank Nifty gapped up more or less a steady down trend through the entire day just to get back to 33,000. Now, at a period of time, a lot of calls that have been written at 33,000 and above. So that's a fair enough assumption now to say that the preferred expiry of Bank Nifty is definitely as close to 33,000 as possible. And right now, let us say market expires at 14,950 as well. I'm not seeing anything above. If this straddle has 70 points, that means 20 points will still remain. Of course, we'll not wait till that point. We would have moved up the put or rolled away the call. Something would happen to adjust if we start testing 14,950 on the upside. Like for example, right now, if we start testing 14,950 on the upside, half these calls will be moved to 14,950. They'll have far more extrinsic value. So we will take that. But until we start testing 14,950, I'm not going to be too quick to make an adjustment, because these puts having 27, 28 points is a pretty good buffer. And yeah, that's more or less the analogy and plan for now. In case there's a sudden big green candle of 50 points, always have stop losses 55, 56, 57, which is 10 points from now. And if a 10-point stop loss was to hit, this would probably lose around 7-8 points anyway. Very interesting to notice. So you can see when calls are getting covered. We made an up move, and after making an up move to almost 14,950, made a down move of 20 points. The extrinsic value in the call is going up. The call price basically is not coming down. The call price not coming down means that there are buyers for these calls, those who have probably shorted it before, who are just covering it on dips and opportunities. So that's interesting. So the 14,900 call is getting covered to a certain extent. Doesn't seem to be any strength in Bank Nifty, none in IT or Reliance. It's just the other components of Nifty that are at day to day. Just taking a look. Auto is doing quite well. Yeah, Auto kept up quite strong sideways from there. Pharma as well, trading close to the day's high. Okay, but that strength will not be enough for any kind of sustainable big up move. So these calls continue to expand. So these were priced lower when we were at 10 points higher on the spot. So this tells you that there is demand for these calls, which should put a little fear in anybody, because that might mean the potential further up move. Depends to what extent they get covered. Anyhow, for now, not going to be making any quick changes to this. I will wait for 14,950 to get tested and then move half the calls at the money and then the other half. Okay, had to adjust by moving the calls up to 14,950. The reason for that is dips are being used to cover the 14,900 call, more or less. Dips are being used to get out of whoever is shorted 14,900. And despite the spot, there isn't a correlative move on the 14,900 call. It's just refusing to go down below 50, even if we make a 20-point down move, which is basically giving it, there is demand for it on dips, more or less. So even if we were at the straddle Okay, best case is 72 points in the absolute best case scenario, but since the expiry could be either 14,900 or 14,950, that's best case 70, worst case 20. Would much rather take the more likely 14,900, 14,950 and potentially adjust towards the end into a short straddle, which still has 40 plus points in it. So I've exited the 14,900 calls and entered the 14,900, 14,950 short straddle. Also, the plan will be to not adjust this much. Our stop losses on either are at 41, 42, 43, and would much rather wait for to not get played by the market, will not be adjusting too quickly, would wait for them to even move to 35, 36 in either direction before considering making a change. Okay, some very interesting stuff happening. You need to look at the chart of this. Market is unwilling to believe. Okay, so it has expanded from 20 to 25, but the corresponding move on the Nifty is like 30 points plus. This is in the money now. There is 2 hours left to go. And okay, now the call is expanding slightly. But yeah, I'm not going to adjust this position because I'll get really cheesed on the put prices now. I'm not going to adjust this position. I'm going to wait for 15 minutes of 14,950 to hold and then consider moving part of the puts up, maybe 1/4 of them to 14,950. Even the market is not convinced by it. This is a 5-point up move in the call, which is in the money now, trading at 26. So the pricing itself of options is not expecting much volatility to be there. And as I say that, we are now touching the day's high. So anyway, we're going to wait for 3 candles to hold above 14,950 and then do anything. Bank Nifty has made a 170-point up move, and everything else more or less remains the same. I think this is most likely going to get sold into or hold around here, but not much more than that. Okay, we're holding above 14,950, and there is some kind of strength that Reliance showed, but now getting sold into Bank Nifty as well. So it's some kind of strength, but expecting it to get sold into, and it did. But regardless, we can't sit on naked calls expanding, which are in the money. So I had to move up the puts. Now this more or less should be the last trade. The 1.5 hour to go for averaging to start, and this straddle has 55 points in it. So 55 points. So basically, what would this mean? We break even at 15,005 and 14,895, which is a good enough range, and we'll basically hold this range for now. Currently, we're making an up move. We're trading above the day's high. I think this could be some kind of forced move. I don't know, but we've been seeing short covering now for a while on the 14,900 as well. So to balance the risk on the calls, had to move up the puts. I don't see 15,000 being taken out. It's very unlikely. 15,000 call also is trading at 10 points at this point. Anyway, the risk reward on this trade is very good. So we will continue to hold this for now with 52 points in it. Okay, I might be terribly wrong, but basically more or less my view is that this up move is a fake out, and it's to get out like weak shorts in the system. And yeah, coming from Reliance and Bank Nifty making an up move, I don't see that continuing. I am not seeing big upside on Reliance, continued upside, or upside on Bank Nifty. So, I mean, I'm comfortable just as it is also. But I think right now, moving up the calls is a pointless exercise. I feel like we will dilly-dally here and there and finally most likely close at 14,950. The reason for that is, look at the extrinsic value given to these calls. It's literally nothing. There's 6 points with there's 2 hours for market to go. There's 6 points being given to this call. I don't see people in some kind of rush to cover. This move on Reliance seems very manipulated, and Bank Nifty as well. I think this is just a way of being able to sell more call side premium at 15,000 and 13,500. sorry, 33,500. So that's probably what's going on here. Could be wrong, but that's the view I'm keeping. And even if we do expire here, this straddle, which now is worth 53, 54, it has an intrinsic value of 30. So there's still 24 points of extrinsic value, which means that on our upside, we will break even at 15,000. So yeah, we'll just wait and see how long this goes. Of course, if we do test 15,000, then that's a different story. We'll have to we'll be forced to adjust from the put side, go inverted with the puts by selling the 15,000 put. But that situation hasn't come up yet, and I don't see it coming. So once again, I've been wrong many times today, but that's my view for now. The view more or less held right, and the spot is back to 14,950. Now this triangle is trading at 40 to 43, and the idea will be just we have an hour to go for averaging to start, and we are going to keep trailing in our stop losses as that period of time goes. So currently stop losses are at 36, 37, 38 on both of them, and we're going to just keep trailing through the day. We'll keep you posted. The setup looks very good, which is why there's only 40 points with an hour and a half left for market to expire. At the money straddle has only 40 points. So yeah, we'll stick to it. The view is 15,000, very unlikely. The reason I'm so against 15,000 is not because of a gut feeling. It's just enough number of times you'll see that a psychological level like that, it is always taken out with a gap, and there isn't enough incentive. Today is an expiry. People who were writing in the money straddles yesterday, they'll be quite happy with 14,900, 14,950 expiry. Don't need to trigger that kind of short covering, and I don't see it happening. So yeah, for now we continue to hold, and now with only an hour for averaging, keep trading in the stop losses as and when we can. Okay, so view is more or less fair for now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So Bank Nifty fake out move back to 33,000, pulling Nifty back to 14,900. It should bring Nifty back to 14,900, except for the fact that there was some strength from some of the pharma and FMCG and steel and whatnot and IT as well to keep Nifty. So this up move on Nifty IT most likely is just to so that Bank Nifty can expire at 33,000 and Nifty can expire at 14,950. So that's the idea at least, which is why not getting spooked out by the puts now expanding. Currently there's 12 points of intrinsic value in this, which means there is 28 points of extrinsic value and a high probability of a 14,950 expiry. So that's a pretty good risk reward. I have stop losses on the puts. So stop losses are quite high, so I'll bring them down. I'll bring them down to around 41, 42, 43, and in case we see an expansion to 41, 42, 43, we'll get out of the put side and sell the 14,900 put, which should give us pretty good premium at that point. So for now, we'll continue to hold the position. But yeah, more or less the up move beyond 49.50 was just a way of getting out some of the weaker hands. Okay, half an hour to go for averaging. One major incident. I had my stop losses triggered, unfortunately, and exited the 14,950 put at ridiculous pricing at 43 and 44. Whereas, as soon as that slippage was over, it went back to being now 23. So that happened in both, and yeah, just bad stop loss placement, wrong estimation of what the price will move to, and worked out quite painfully. Now the idea will be to risk off a little bit because of that move and see if it makes sense to re-enter with the 14,950 put. Basically gave up 20 plus points to that slippage move. Feels bad, but not a lot that can be done about it. So yeah, the idea is to now stay in this triangle, which still has 20 points in it, and possibly end the day with 20 points. So that's more or less the plan. We'll keep you posted. The range of 14,900 to 14,950 seems good. We have stop losses on both of these at 26. So yeah, if it looks like the stop loss is about to hit, I'm going to manually exit myself and do something about it. Okay, about 19 minutes to go for averaging. And basically all kinds of nonsense happened. The pricing of options was suggesting not much volatility, but we did see quite a bit of it towards the end. Got stopped out once again at really bad pricing and have taken this last trade with 18 points with stop losses on both sides at 21 for a 18 to 21 risk reward. More or less, I got really messed up on the slippage, and I think half of that messing up is due to my own orders. I tried spacing it out today, but still doesn't make too much of a difference. It has to hit, it has to hit. I think the approach itself will have to be to take a lower risk reward spread throughout the entire day to avoid that if I want to do non-directional trading. Fair enough. That being said, we should still more or less, I mean, we're down how many points? Like 5 points. So we should more or less end the day in the positive. But really unfortunate that we got slippage to the extent that we did. We'll have to look at what process changes can be made to avoid that. Anyway, we'll keep you posted. 18 minutes to go. High likelihood of capturing the entire 20 points, which would be great. But in case the calls start expanding and we once again start heading towards a 14,900 expiry, then we'll be getting out of the call side. The reason I'm not moving my puts up even the 14,900 is the likely expiry is because I cannot afford to take another stop loss of that magnitude. I can afford to take a stop loss of that magnitude once, twice, but 3 times, then I'm definitely going to end in the negative. So not something I want to do. Okay, there's 8 minutes to go for averaging. Put is at 850, call at 14,900, and this triangle has 12 points left. So 12 points left, and stop losses on each of them are at 16. And we continue to hold with another 7 minutes to go for averaging. More or less should be the end of the day, should be slightly better than break even, but I would say majority of what happened today was mistakes done on my part. One, wrong placement of stop loss, and second, while re-entering, 3 stop losses hit at 3 different times. So you can check the trade log as to how each of them happened, but at very, very bad pricing each time. After making those mistakes, if I'm able to finish the day at break even, more or less, or better, that's a pretty good outcome because I did not trade this expiry as one should. So there's no shame in admitting that. Okay, so more or less done for the day. We are 20 minutes into averaging and we should be getting auto squared off. We have these 2 positions open, the 14,850 and 14,900 call with 50 paisa in it. And so net, we should be down 7.8 here and 2.4 here. So between the 2 accounts, we are down close to 10 lakhs for the day. It was an okay expiry. It was not particularly difficult, but there were 2 things. One, the options prices did not price in any kind of random move, but we placed our stop losses very conservatively and got slippage multiple times. So where did it really go wrong? Well, just as averaging began, we got stopped out of our puts. Tried to re-enter, got stopped out again, and that was basically getting stopped out once on the call side and then twice on the put side. More or less wrecked the trade. In terms of return, today's margin, right? So you guys can check. I prepared this especially for that. So for this, roughly the margin required is about 20 lakhs. So for about 66 lots of short strangle or short straddle towards the close, they'll be quite similar. So from a return perspective, we're down slightly under 4%. And tricky day. A lot of things that I should have done differently. I think one more thing I need to keep note is now that I have increased my position sizing, I cannot trade the same way that I have been before, because generally a stop loss would mean, okay, 1 or 2 points of slippage. But if you're executing 800 lots at once, then you can have 10, 15, and even 20 points of slippage, and you won't even be able to react quickly enough to re-enter a certain position. So yeah, slight process changes will have to be made to make the risk reward a little this thing. Not the worst expiry. I mean, it's okay, completely manageable. Tomorrow's a fresh day, so we'll start from there. But yeah, process wise, a lot of things could have been done better. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you didn't have as bad as an expiry as I did. And I'll catch you next tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram, and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab, so do not forget to check that from time to time.